This is Curious Television, a professional online-based television committed to promoting truth, balanced and objective reportage without fear. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channels. Curious Television, fearless pursuit of truth.
Controversies have continued to trail the proposal for Freedom of Information Bill 2025 in Kwara State by the state governor, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak. This is coming on the heels of the just concluded public hearing by the Kwara State House of Assembly on the executive proposal that seeks to domesticate the National FOI Act 2011 in the state. The main opposition party in the state, People's Democratic Party (PDP), which has rejected the bill proposal, described it as undemocratic, dictatorial and unconstitutional based on Section 31 of the bill that states that no information shall be disclosed without the governor's consent. Speaking shortly after the public hearing on the Kwara State Freedom of Information Bill at the State House of Assembly, the Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Olusegun Adewara, noted that the bill is a calculated move to keep people of the state in the dark as it is anti-people and undemocratic, saying it is still at the mercy of the governor whether to grant approval for any information required or not.
We are here because our future as people and the credibility of our institution are under imminent threats from an executive bill that is anti-people and undemocratic. The purpose of our coming here today is to join well-meaning Kwarans in strongly rejecting Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak's attempt to kill transparency and enslave our people through a watered-down FOI bill he had sent to the House of Assembly for deliberation and assent. However, the governor, in his usual authoritarian style, has smuggled in two dangerous sections that will turn the bill into governor's approvals permit, where no information can be released to the public without his personal consent. For record, the said section, Section 31, subsection 1 of the bill that is before the Assembly today reads, "Notwithstanding any provision of this law, no information shall be made available to any applicant without the prior consent of the governor in writing." The subsection 2 of that bill said, "No one acting pursuant to this law shall be liable in any way if non-compliance with the section in the law is due to delay in governors granting his consent." This is not just an attack on our democracy. It is a calculated move to keep Kwarans in the dark. This is not just unconstitutional. It is dangerous, dictatorial and draconian in nature. Fellow Kwarans, the implication of this bill, if passed, the governor becomes the sole custodian of truth. Only what he approved from government house shall be released to the public. Public institution will hide under awaiting governor's consent to deny Kwaran their right to information.
Also corroborating the stand of the PDP on the bill is the Director of Legal Services to a Kwara State Civil Society Organization, Elite Network for Sustainable Development, NSUD, Lukman Raji, who also said the National FOI bill is applicable to every state of the Federation. Coming up with another fresh bill for the state raises serious concern, and the whole efforts by the State Assembly may end up in futility.
So for any state that does not have it, it becomes needless. So we were worried, we were surprised to hear that all of a sudden, Kwara State just wake up from the slumber, has brought a bill different from the one lying at the House of Assembly now, a fresh bill, and it was already passed. It came through first reading, second reading within 2 days. Then they slated today, 19th of May, for public hearing. As a civil society organization, we will be engaging government. Come, if you had called you for the past 6 years to at least have this function of the law in Kwara State, you say you don't need it. Now that the apex court in Nigeria has given verdict to say that this law is applicable to Kwara, why do we need to make our law? Then we inquire further. We discovered there's a mischief. On laying our hand on the bill, we discovered that another section different from what is contained in the Freedom of Information Act has been smuggled into this bill, and this section is to the effect that except the information in Kwara State will be subject to the wishes and caprices of the governor, by saying that if, as an applicant, if you apply to any place, then the MDAs you are applying to will have to now forward a written request for approval to governor, and until governor in writing granted the request, then everybody will now be subject to the will of the government. Then the question is, what is the government hiding, and why has the House of Assembly failed to let the governor know that this exercise they are doing now is going to be in futility, because by the act it is applicable, and by their own legislative function, section 4 sub 5 of the Constitution, if an act has been made in respect of any subject matter, there cannot be state fashion of that act, especially if that act is applicable to the state. This is why we are here today, to probably remind the House of Assembly if they have forgotten what is contained under section 4 sub 5 of the Constitution, which is a grandum.
Time remains the ultimate decider whether the controversial proposed FOI bill in Kwara State will serve the purpose to which it was meant to serve, or the interest of the state governor at the mercy of the public.
This is Curious Television, a professional online-based television committed to promoting truth, balanced and objective reportage without fear. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channels. Curious Television, fearless pursuit of truth.